Hi friends, I'm Brynn. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. So glad to have you here. So today's video, I wanted to talk about just the concept of self-care and kind of getting out of a rut or just looking after yourself, because that has been a topic that's been on my mind a lot lately, and so I wanted to make a video out of it. And I've kind of compiled a list of things that I think are very helpful when it comes to self-care, and hopefully some of these will stand out with some people and they'll be able to try them and potentially feel a little better or just have a little bit more peace of mind. So let's get into it. The first thing that I have here is to clean, and that can be interpreted in three ways. So clean your space, clean yourself, and clean your mind. So cleaning your space speaks for itself. I feel like when I have a messy room, it just really contributes to the overall state of lack of well-being, and it just contributes to any stress. So I find that having a clean space that's just free of clutter is really helpful, especially with your bedroom, because that is the place where you begin and end your days. The next thing being clean yourself. So bathe, shower, take care of your skin. And these things can honestly be difficult when you're feeling completely terrible. Like, it can be hard to find the motivation to like get out of bed and shower and just like feel like you're really starting your day, but it's really helpful, honestly. And just like the hot water and the feeling of doing something good for yourself and just being clean and feeling fresh, it really contributes to a state of well-being. The last thing is to clean your mind, and this can be through a number of different things. So just kind of writing things down, making to-do lists, so that way everything you have to do isn't just cluttered in your head and you actually have like a physical, tangible thing of all of the things that you need to get done. So I find that that really clears the mind, as well as something like guided meditation. Like, I have been using the app Headspace, especially before bed, even though they recommend you do it in the morning. I think I'm gonna try that soon, but it's really helpful for if you can't fall asleep, because it just helps you kind of get your thoughts in order, so that way your mind isn't jumping all over the place and preventing you from actually being able to have that clarity of mind that allows for peaceful sleep. The next thing that I have here is to go outside. Even if it's cold out, just find a way to get fresh air, get natural light, because I find that to be very clarifying in a way that you just can't really get inside. There's something about sunlight and fresh air that is really helpful, even when it's cold. Like, I walked my dogs when it was snowing the other day, or going for a bike ride. Just make sure to bundle up, because the wind can be intense, but getting outside is really it does more for you than you think it will, and it's hard to find the motivation to do, like when it's cold, you know, to bundle up and go outside, but I always feel better for it. Kind of on a similar note, the next thing is to find exercise and just find enjoyment in whatever you do. Now, this doesn't necessarily need to be like going to the gym and working out for a while and like lifting weights and doing cardio and all that. It can be as simple as going for a walk or doing yoga in your room. There are videos on YouTube of like yoga instructors like talking you through a session, so you don't, need to get a yoga studio membership or anything like that, or a gym membership. Like, you can work out at home totally, and that's especially a great option if you feel uncomfortable with other people being around when you work out, because I know that a lot of people have anxiety surrounding people watching them exercise, and I totally get that. Just finding any form of exercise that you find enjoyment in will help your state of mind a lot, because of the endorphins that it releases and the fact that afterwards you feel like you've accomplished something. The next thing that I have on the list is to find new music. New music really just opens up a door, and you feel like you can just almost binge an artist or a genre, and if you can relate to the lyrics, that's even better. Or, if you just find them really uplifting or moving or anything like that. But finding new music doesn't necessarily have to be like finding a new artist or something like that. You can also just use the music that you have been listening to for a while and just make a new playlist. That's always such a good feeling to me for some reason. I recently put together one on my Spotify called Teen Angst, and it's just really like beach goth kind of music. Some of it is more angsty than others, but yes, I called it Teen Angst and I find it super cathartic to listen to. Next is to turn to a creative outlet, and that can be interpreted in a lot of different ways. So if you write things, if you write poetry or keep a journal or write music, those are all ways of just getting feelings out in a creative way. Drawing, painting, anything like that, making videos, photography, even doing your makeup is a creative outlet, and if it makes you feel good, then why not do it? I also recommend taking a break from your phone every once in a while, especially social media. Now, this doesn't mean that, you need to like block out your friends or anything like that, but sometimes just the endless like loop of scrolling that you feel like you can kind of get lost in, just going through like Twitter, Instagram, watching a million Snapchat stories, it can increase feelings of anxiety due to lack of productivity because you feel like you should be doing more but you're just on your phone. Or it can make you feel lonely, honestly, just like seeing what other people are doing while feeling isolated, and it can be pretty damaging to your overall like state of mind. And so sometimes just putting down your phone for a while, or even deleting those apps for a few days, not the accounts, like just the apps, can really bring a sense of peace. The next thing is pretty obvious, but it's to talk to people that you love. So this can be your parents, your siblings, your best friends, significant other, anything along those lines. Somebody who is a good listener, somebody who gives good advice, or maybe you don't want advice and you just want somebody to be able to take your mind off of whatever you're going through for the time being. Somebody who can make you laugh, somebody who is a good shoulder to cry on, somebody who you feel comfortable being vulnerable with and feel comfortable crying in front of, because not all people can handle other people's emotions, and sometimes having somebody cry in front of you can be extremely uncomfortable. So if you need to talk something out and you need to cry about it, like definitely find somebody who is comfortable with that and can make you feel like supported. The next thing that I have on the list is retail therapy, but to an extent, because sometimes it feels really good in the moment to buy a bunch of things, but then afterwards you just end up feeling guilty for spending the money, and then it's just, again, uncomfortable feeling, and if you're stressed out, this can contribute to the feeling of stress. So I find that a great form of retail therapy is thrifting, because everything is very inexpensive and you can find wonderful things there. Plus, it's quite rewarding to actually like dig and hunt through a thrift store and then find something wonderful. So you feel like you've been on this mission, you got something great out of it, and you got, let's say, like this cool shirt and it was $5. I feel like that's an excellent and healthy form of retail therapy. And the last thing that I have on this list is to write down a list of things that you're looking forward to, because time is going to keep passing regardless of what you do, and you will reach those exciting days and those like wonderful things eventually. For example, I am seeing one of my favorite bands in February. I'm seeing Coin. I'm so excited about that. And also at the end of February, I'm going on a trip with my best friend and her family. So that is also something that I'm super stoked about. But even earlier than that, like Christmas is coming up, and getting to spend a lot of time with your friends and family, and like if your friends went away for school, having them be home for that duration of time is really exciting. So just making a list of things that you're looking forward to can really, well, for me anyway, like uplift me out of feeling distressed or upset, because I know that there are so many good things to come and so many things that are going to make me so happy really soon. Alright everybody, that is a wrap on today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that any of these pointers can help somebody and maybe giving you an idea of something that you can try to really just look after yourself, put your own needs first, look after your own best interests, and just treat yourself as if you were your best friend, because honestly, you kind of are. Like, you've been with you forever, you're going to be with you forever, so you might as well look out for yourself. And I hope that if you're going through anything right now that you can soon find peace of mind, and I completely believe that you can overcome this. Alright, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.